Hey guys, welcome back to Sonic Unleashed. And, well, if you look at our Sun Metals and Moon Metal levels, they don't seem to be at the correct levels that they were last time. We also seem to be missing quite a number of lives, and that is explainable by I've already recorded this part. I recorded playing these next two levels, but, ah, I didn't have my laptop plugged in during it, so in the middle of the recording, the laptop shut off, and I had to turn it back on, try and stop the recording before my computer blue screened, and it just ended up corrupting the first half of the footage. So I was just like, well, I still need to have this episode and have these levels. So I was like, all right, time to restart the entire game, and I restarted the entire game, and I had to work my way back. So that's why our moon and sun metals are not at the same levels, and we are not leveled up to the right places. But that's what you get when a game is auto save instead of direct save. So who knows? Anyway, last time we put the well, at least this continent back onto the planet's core, and now we can either go to Spagonia, or if I can even get up there, Holoska, which is pretty much like Antarctica, or I guess Alaska, but I want to do this one. I wanted to go to Spagonia, and we can just select directly go to stage. Let's see. No, we can't. I don't know. Well, we probably have to go to the gate. We haven't been there yet, technically. But yeah, it just sucks that I lost that footage. But all things go on. I was able to rush through the beginning of the game in a day, just by playing it off and on throughout the day. So it's whatever and stuff. So let's rush there. I guess one update for me is I saw Spider-Man Far From Home a couple of days ago, and no, not Far From Home, No Way Home, and it was pretty good. If you haven't seen it yet, I won't try to spoil it, but it's really good. At least in my opinion, it's the best Tom Holland movie so far. Hey, come on, Sonic, let's go see the professor. I guess we had to go see the professor verse? I didn't even know that. Huh? The professor's not here. Guess he must be out. Let's try back at night. Let's see, can't we... Yeah, Tails told us about this. I talked about this in the original version, but since we have the ability to change night and day within levels now, this is the weird animation they give you in the PS3 version, but in the Xbox version, they actually show Sonic transforming into the Werehog. Also, look who's back.
I've been looking for you forever.
Hey, let me go.
He wants you to let him go.
Crazy if you think you can get away from Amy Rose and
Oh,
who
I
are
think
you?
her eye is just glitched.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I just completely
You see, I was thinking about this, but I'm thinking Amy... People say Amy is colorblind, but with this, he doesn't look anything like the shape Sonic did. Also, she didn't recognize him, even though he looks pretty similar to himself, but yeah. I'll talk about it a little bit.
I guess you are kinda, you know, and these guys.
Wow, you're prick. Look at sad Sonic, depression Sonic.
Don't worry. Hey, you only look really scary, Sonic. Inside you're
You
the
only look
scariest
real
ever.
scary,
I guarantee
dumbass.
it, okay? Sonic, cheer up. Chocolate. Want some
Nobody wants
chocolate?
ass chocolate. It makes them feel worse. It's the depression stick. They call vapes depression sticks. More like we should call his ass chocolate depression sticks. Anyway, what I was saying is, Werehog doesn't really resemble the shape of, well, any of the other hedgehogs. But it could be that Amy might be nearsighted. Because, she's able to recognize that a hedgehog is there, but she isn't able to recognize the shape of them. So it could be that I think she's more nearsighted than she is colorblind. Because she's able to recognize who they are up, real close. But from farther distances, when she's running towards them, she's, fucking up her eyesight and shit. So it's I think she might just be nearsighted. Which nearsighted is, where you can see better closer up without glasses. Farsighted would be you can see better far away without glouses. Alright, Professor Pickles.
Sonic!
With part of the planet restored, we are able to locate 2 temples. According to the Gaia manuscripts, there is a temple here in Spagonia. Who would have ever imagined one was hiding so close? The second location is Holoska, my boy. Are you familiar? You should see it on your world map. Well, your job is clear. Go place those Chaos Emeralds in the temples. Well, do you have any further questions? Nah. I'm sure you'll have the planet back in one piece in no time at this rate. Oh, and don't forget to bring us a souvenir or 3 while you're out. I'm not paying for all those. Anyway, I also learned something very interesting during the last, well, the recording that didn't work. If you actually go to Holoska first, and then come talk to Professor Pickle, he'll actually talk about how you've already done that level. So that was kind of an interesting little, I guess, Easter egg kind of thing, but like we did it the correct way around. So let's head off to Spagonia. I don't know if we'll be able to complete both levels this time around, because like last time I was able to complete both, but we'll see what the hell's happening. Oh boy, I love my loading screens. Don't you love... And I noticed something while I was watching the recording. In the top left, there's like a blinking, like, orange color. I was like... I never noticed that. I was like, huh? Oh yeah, we gotta run up to the level. I've been trying to, like, be a little bit more, like, cautious of, like, metals being around in areas. That's why I have a little bit more than I did, even when I ended the last episode. Let's see. Oh, I remember this. This is weird. Anyway, let's get into the level. We gotta scamper across it. Rooftop Run, Act 1. Play. And if you're wondering why it says 2, I've talked about this before in the episode that didn't happen, but you need a certain level of like moon and sun to get into certain levels, and that's why we collect the medals. The medals level up our rankings on that. Alright, so I've played through this level before. There is a ton of little nooks and crannies you can walk into for like rings, the books, and the medals and stuff. So if you're looking out for random things, you might want to be sitting around these places. Let's see. You know, it might just be a good idea for episodes to be a level an episode. At least when there's a night stage, it should be a level an episode. But for day stages, it could probably be multiple levels because they're so short. I just haven't been doing great on them on camera. Also, this lag, dude. I'm not as strong as when I was when I originally got here. I was kicking ass in this level, but yeah, I just have to learn to accept that. Fucked up the leveling process. I'm not quite sure why. I guess maybe the amounts of experience you get are randomized per run sometimes, or maybe randomized per enemy destruction. So I'm not quite sure. It could just be that that's how it works and stuff. See, I know, wasn't there a medal? No, it was just a random object. I'm trying to remember where the medals are. I wanna, like I've said before, I don't want to try and fucking backtrack to earlier areas just to get a medal. Like, to get medals for shit. Also, we got another fucking VCR. VCR. No, a VCR is the object you watch those things on. That would be a VHS. No, VHS. What? VHS. Say your words correctly, me. Don't speak too fast. Let your brain figure out what it wants to say, and then say it. I just want to speak really fast. I gotta get a lot of commentary into these things, guys. I want to keep you entertained. I also have to keep myself entertained. Because if I watch this in the future, it's like, oh, I'm saying nothing for like 5 minutes. Man, this is fun. But, oh god, these dogs. This lag. That's one thing a PC port of Unleashed would totally fix. The amount of lag problems there are. The game is, like, well, it was made for this era of, like, the 7th gen console. But, like, it really wasn't optimized for it. It looks amazing for a 7th gen game, but it's just not optimized enough. Like, you get lag in this version, and there's also some lag problems when you're going really fast in the Xbox 360 version. Like, I've heard, I think I've talked about this in an episode. I don't know if it's an episode we've been on, but, like, people have been able to play the game on like an Xbox One, no, an Xbox Series X, since though that console can be backwards compatible with the Xbox 360 even, and it makes Sonic Unleashed like 60 frames, but like that's like you have to get a console for that, and like Sonic Unleashed wasn't just on the Xbox 360, even though most people will remember it for being on there. It's like it was on the PS3 as well. So I wish it would be released for the PS5 as well as like PC, because with PC it won't ever die. Like a PS3 will die at some point. The PS5, even though it's one of the newer consoles, it's gonna die at some point in the very distant future, and you're gonna lose the ability to play these games. That's why I've always liked PC more, because of the preservation angle. Like, PC, Windows isn't gonna change that much, and PCs don't give up the ghost as much as consoles do. That's why emulation is so important to me as I wouldn't call myself a game preservationist, because I'm not that intense to, like, be a person to go out and find games to make sure that they're preserved for later in the future. I just really want to enjoy games. So, like, when we lose some because people just aren't treating the games right, or they don't treat the consoles right, it's like, it's sad. And even then, some consoles can just die from existence, not even misuse. Have you seen Odyssey? The Odyssey 1? How bad, like, units are nowadays? Not because of misuse, but just because of time. Time degrades those things, so it's like, not being able to preserve them is bad. It's gonna take something really, really big to break that fence down. I wonder if it's a Donkey Kong object. Oh look, there's a giant Donkey Kong object in the sky. There's barrels. They're barrels of fun. Let's see, what is this thing? I think it makes me stronger. I need to fucking understand. I could go through the Sonic Unleashed, what do you call it? Manuals. You know, I haven't had to use a manual in forever, because they don't come with, like, physical games don't use manuals anymore. Like, if you buy, like, a physical game for the Switch, or, like, the PlayStation 4, I bet the 5 shares that same property, that just game manual is on. You don't need them anymore, but damn were they interesting to look at when I was a kid, looking at, like, PS2 manuals that, like, weren't always colored, but they told me things about games that I just didn't even know. Like, if you wanted to learn about a game in the future that has, like, things that you didn't even know about it on there, it's like you look up YouTube. But it's like with the manual, you can just find that basic information that just wasn't told in the game right in there. And like, it's a bad thing, like, in general. It's like, you should really tell me everything that's going on in the game. Also, I figured out this uppercut combo, and it's really good. You just go square, square, X, and then you can just juggle them in midair, and they're usually knocked down afterwards. So it's a pretty good one. It also grabs more enemies, but like I said, having it just in that small little book is pretty nice. Anyway, here's a big boy. It's not as big as that beginning dude, but we gotta prepare ourselves and go Super Sonic. I wonder what the Super Werehog would look like. Would it just be like, would he just be the elongated man? Elongated man, what the fuck? We're not in CW territory. I mean Plastic Man. Alright, let's do his thing. This is a very weird angle. And he goes inside of him to beat the shit out of him. That's pretty cool. Though it took all of his Unleashed gauge. Also, thank you for all the Chaos Orbs. No. No, give that to me. Shit. No! There we go. If we had lost that, I would have literally shat a brick. Because I want all the Chaos Orbs, because, well, I have less experience than I did the first time. So, like, I kind of need to make sure that I'm not as shitty. It just sucked that I lost my recording, but it wasn't the fault of the recording software, it's the fault of me being dumb and wanting to record. Like, I just had forgotten, like, I need to plug in my laptop if I want to try and record this stuff. Because it's not like I can move my entire, like, tower over here just to record some Sonic Unleashed. Because I'm not at my dorm where I could just plug the PS3 right next to my PC and just plug it in there. It's like my PC is super far away from it, so I need to like make sure that I get it in the right place. So it's like somewhere really far away from it. Also that lag. Like I was saying with the PC, that could be fixed with the power of a newer PC as well as with mods. And it's not like a Sonic Colors Ultimate thing where nobody wants to make mods for it, and I would completely understand. Unleashed has its fans, so it's like, I would believe that people would be modding the shit out of this more than they'd be modding Colors, just because of how... I don't know if people actually agree with me on this. I talked about how much I don't like Colors Ultimate, and how I thought it was always like a horrible little cash grab, like abusing the, I don't know, meta era's best game, other than Generations. But Generations was already on PC and newer consoles. But like, Colors was viewed as such a revolutionary Sonic game for the time, because it wasn't shit. But it's like they abused that just to create a mediocre, like, remake. And they remade a game that didn't need to be remade. And because of Forces doing so well, reportedly, that's the reason why they decided to remake Colors instead of remaking something awesome like SA2. People may call me a fucking adventure fanboy, but I take that with pride, dude. Those were like some of the best Sonic games ever made. And like, leaving them in the state they are now, where the only modern way to play them is to play like horrible remakes that are like broken, it's just so sad, because nobody can really get their hands on a Dreamcast unless they are a Frozen Breeze who is dumb and got it from a Goodwill. I literally got my Dreamcast from a Goodwill just because like it was cheap. It was pretty funny though. It came with like some pretty good controllers, so I'm not complaining. But like, it's hard to get an actual Dreamcast nowadays, unless you're like a collector like I am. But like, when you're a normal person, normal people can't get their hands on a Dreamcast anymore. So it's like, people can't really play like the best versions. Like, even then, they can't even really get their hands on the GameCube version either, because all of it is like, the newer ones are based off of that remake, but like, it's broken versions of it. So it's just like, it's a pain. Sonic's always had just such a strange relationship with the personal computer, because he's had multiple games on it. We don't want to talk about Sonic Schoolhouse, but Sonic R had a port, Sonic CD had a PC port way back when, so did Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic's had a ton of PC ports, but they weren't really that great until more recently, and even then, the recent Sonic fucking games on PC always tend to have a shit ton of DRM. It just seems to be Sega's thing, and it's probably not the developer's real fault. It's probably the publishing company wanting what the fuck's a company? Company wanting to get as much money as they can out of it. So it's just like, it's just them being greedy and being lazy. So it's like, we don't want you stealing our game, so we're not gonna, make it for an affordable price that people will want to buy our game for. No, we're just gonna make it like annoyingly hard to pirate this game. And that won't affect anything. People will find their way around DRM no matter what. So it's like, I don't know. Everybody's got a different idea on the real power of DRM, if it should really be used, or if maybe we should try and retire it to something that might be a little bit better, or if there would be any way to retire it. It's just kind of it's a hard discussion, because people are pretty, like, companies would be like, we need to protect our brand, we need to make sure we get the money we get, but it's like, sure, you'll get the money you get, but it's like, if you give us a product that's, like, broken when we try to buy it, because of the ways you force people to try and not be able to pirate it, you're literally giving people a broken product. I don't know what a broken product. Maybe broke is aphasia somewhere in here. But a broken product that's like being affected by the DRM. So it's like you've messed up because of your own stupidity. I'm trying to stay up. Oh, he shits dogs. I don't think that was a comment I was going to say this time. I didn't think that in one point on my YouTube career, which is not really a career, more like a freelancer's job, I would say, oh, he shits dogs. I don't even know what that means. Okay. For some reason in my original recording, I forgot that this level had these, like, this climbing section. I thought this was in a much later world. I just had forgotten, I guess. I mean, like I said, has been quite some time since I last completed Sonic Unleashed. And even then, I didn't actually play through, like, all of the extra areas. Because if you don't know, those hub areas that we've been going to, not the ones in the actual world, but the ones which lead to stages, they actually hold, like, extra levels that aren't just the ones needed to get the ability to go into the temple, which will be explained later on. But, like, you can also get medals out of them, and they're like other stages, which I just haven't tried out, so that's something I gotta do in this playthrough. But damn, every playthrough I do's got something interesting. It's always a new angle when you start a game again. There's always a new angle to see. Also, what the fuck did you just do? Sonic, I don't know how you glitched through a pole, but, I don't have much of a response for that. Sonic, how did you glitch through a pole? You know, Tails, it's all because Urbus Burbus. I'm trying to... That was, like, something I said to Zephron, like, last night, because I was, like, drunk. And I was trying to remember the guy who's voicing Knuckles in the new Sonic movie. He's the guy who played Bloodsport, and no shit against him. Like, I've talked about how I don't know about his voice. It sounds cool, but we'll have to see. But I can't remember his actual name. I actually just know him as the guy who played Bloodsport, and that's it. But I know his name starts with IR something, but I just couldn't remember his name. So instead of calling him his actual name, I called him Urbus Burbus, because that's, like, all I could remember. No shit against that guy. He's a really good actor. I just didn't remember his name. Oh, Lord. But yeah, just Urbus Burbus. Now, why was I talking about Urbus Burbus? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Urbus Burbus will exist in your... Maybe he really likes Turvis tumblers, who knows? Do you guys like Turvis tumblers? I don't really get the idea of having them be labeled like that. It's like, yeah, let's put the label for a football team on it. And it's like, okay. But, like, they're good. They're good at holding things. You can definitely hold some milk in there. You ever wanted to hold a milk in your hand? Let's see, God damn it. I've always... It's like I don't know the angle at which to pull at to force this thing to work correctly. Let's see. Whoa, the clock moved. Hey, I wonder if you walk on those hands. Okay, I didn't have him do that last time. I had just done it, and, like, the clock was raising down. So I was like, oh, I need to book it before the thing moves. So it was a pretty cool little scene, but sadly it's lost to time. And, corrupted recordings, because OBS's, MP4 recordings always mess up. And they always say, like, oh, use MKV or whatever. And it's like, dude, MP4s are much higher quality. They're also not a bitch to try and put into Sony Vegas. Or just Vegas Movie Studio. Which is what I use. There we go, made it across. Just want to tell you, we're right here at the end of the level. It's such a strange area to have the ending of the level at, but yeah, it's just this little place. Let me see, I'm trying to not, like, run into that little slot, because that's where the goal ring will be. And I want to try and be able to get the Chaos Orb out of these little boys. That sounds weird. Also, yeah, you see that key right there? Yeah, we don't go towards goal rings, at least in these levels. We go towards these keys. How well did we do? Oh, got an A rank. That's pretty cool. Good shit. And we got, like, quite a lot of random things. Kidnapped. Holy shit, somebody got kidnapped. Alright, Gaia Key. Knight. A key to the Temple of Gaia in Spagonia. It doesn't seem to work by itself. Alright, what should we level up? I'll level up my Unleashed gauge at least once more. And then we should probably, there we go. I'm just going to try and upgrade my strength, and then I'm going to put the rest into health. just so that the next time we can level up, we can get some more health. Also, I figured out what those numbers in the top right are next to the levels. That denotes how many medals you need to level up the ranking. So that's what that means. I thought it had meant that's how many you have, but no, that means how many you need to get to the next level. Which I think you need like over 100 of each or something by the end of the game, but they're pretty plentiful. Don't you love tongue twisters? I can't even say it the first time. Pretty plentiful, pretty plentiful, pretty plentiful, pretty plentiful. Oh, fuck. Sonic, I was waiting. Here, I've got something from the professor. He thinks he came up with something after reading more of the manuscripts. Well, this is it. Not sure what he expects you to use it for, but hey. Uncanny camera received. The Uncanny X-Men are very happy. Okay. Also, what the fuck? He disappeared. Anyway. Wow, everybody's having a swinging nice time out on the street. Somebody's trying to kill Amy by spinning her to death. Oh, it's the professor's assistant. Yeah, the humans are into animals, dude.
Whoa, is there some kind of party going on?
Maybe Elise wasn't too bad.
Something's not right here.
Wow, Sonic, something's not right here. Holy shit, these dudes just kinda no-clipped out of their bodies. They didn't even really phase out them, they just no-clipped out. Well,
Creeps out there.
so the camera just tends to send the Dark Gaia beast out of people. Don't you like that cool little action scene of Werehog Sonic forcing himself upwards? He's not jumping, he just forces himself up. He's pretty powerful, you know. He's the Plastic Man. You know, I never really understood why they called him the Elongated Man in the CW version, when the fucking Plastic Man is just about as cool. Or I guess just about as dumb. It's just about as dumb as Plastic Man. Also, all this is just like a little street brawl. They just want you to fight a bunch of random Dark Gaia things. I guess you could call this a boss fight? Really easy boss fight. Or it's a mission. I guess I encountered those last time when I was recording, but you can have missions to do. Just in random things. You can get a little bit experience. I wish it really would have given us a little bit extra, but you know, you gotta learn to accept when you can get what you got. You gotta learn to accept. That seems to be another one of my catchphrases. You gotta learn to accept. Can I unlearn exception? Can I like de-learn something? I'm gonna de-learn this. Oh lord. Wow. All these weird looking people are back to normal. Don't they look so fucking weird? Also, Sonic's fur is clipping through his socks. Oh hey babe. Gotta go.
Hey,
I don't like women. Gotta go. Whoa!
wait up!
I'm gonna go eat my ass chocolate.
Was that Sonic?
Oh shit, Professor Pickle lives outside.
Chuck another one up for Sonic.
Ho ho ho! I created Pickle Rick, you know.
Of course. He was here just a moment.
Look at him go!
Tell me what's happened to him. Please, tell me everything you know.
I'll happily explain everything. For a plate of-
Professor Pickle only cares about cucumbers. Why they call him Professor Pickle, but he only likes cucumbers? Like, I know pickles are just cucumbers, but still. Anyway, what the fuck you gotta tell me, Tail? Whoa, did you see that? That's what's amazing. This camera's incredible. Now you can help all the folks going a little bonkers at night. But just remember to go see that professor. The professor, when you run out of flash uses. Wow, uses of the flash. Damn. You can use the camera's flash now. The flash only works at night. If you see someone suspicious, hit him with a triangle to bathe them in purifying light. We ever gonna explain where he got this very creepy camera from? Most likely not. Professor Pickle, he found Pickle Rick, and they created a camera that gets rid of demons. Somehow. I'm not gonna question it. Professor Pickle's fucking crazy as shit. I bet he'd come up with something like that, even though he doesn't seem like an electrician. He just kind of seems like a history professor, but you know, he likes pickles. Anyway, we're probably going to end it there, just to make sure we don't make episodes too long. So, next time we're going to go to Holoska for a day stage, so I'll see you then.